Good evening, guys, and welcome to the opening round of the SRA Gti Challenge. This is something that it came overnight. The cars were developed and built by Cohen, Sassman, and Hernus Basson from the Cape. And I spoke to Hernus, and we sort of got the idea of, for a final league, let's do this. It's home to South African racing and something that we see in Namibia as well, a lot of golfs and so on, polos. So it was something that must have been done. And looking at the league, the sign-ups, the entries that's flown came in, it's absolutely majestic, so to speak. With me in the studio, Ryan Lurik. Ryan, I mean, we were a bit skeptical. The cars are absolutely fantastic. Before the race last night, we thought, yeah, we've got 22 entries, 17 showed, all new guys, not having raced together ever. And I think in the end, the racing was, yeah, there was a bit of argy-bargy, but the racing was super intense and extremely clean.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more words. I must say the entries were very surprising, and you know what a you couldn't pick a better car to host a last season of the year. I mean, it is an absolutely incredible selection of cars, and incredibly on point with the physics. What can I say? It just matches all together, and it was so nice to see a lot of new guys, and some familiar faces within South African racing, even within GTR challenges.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at Kyle Wiltshire who joined, and looking forward to more guys to join. I mean, I told you just earlier now, the Facebook page is going absolutely crazy. We're seeing new guys joining, new guys asking for assistance. And I think this is something that we're going to make it an annual thing. Maybe getting one or two more different type of VWs like a Skiroku in or so, something that would run the actual series. I mean, the work done by Hernus Basson and Cohen Sassman who built these cars, and then Dewald Lambert who tested them, is absolutely insane. You sat on Saturday evening, I went to bed, I think, around about 12 o'clock after we did, I don't know how many laps, and you let me know you tested these cars to the brim, and they all within half a second. It's just so close, you can't call it. So, and each car has its own characteristic, own feature where you've got to adapt to it according to track grip, according to everything.
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, as you mentioned, I spent a fair amount of time testing later on, and when just in advance, when we were qualifying, from my point of view, track grip wasn't quite there yet, and you could see lap times were not to the point of where I tested yet. But absolutely incredible cars. Like I say, the handling is definitely not for the faint-hearted. You've really got to get your act together to get these cars going quickly.
Well, before we start, the guys are on the grid in the background. Qualifying has been done. Melvin actually pipped you right on the last lap for pole position. And in third place, newcomer Henko van den Berg, if I'm correct. Very, very quick driver, had some bad luck during the races, but someone to look out for. Fourth place, Kian Gous in the second bitstream polo. Fifth place, another new driver who's returned to SRA after a long absence, Henry Kraus. In the Mark 1 Golf, Craig Wesley, the oldest in the pack here, I believe. He put the polo, I mean, he literally got into the car just before the event, and he put it in fifth place. Behind him, we've got Dewald Lambert, who said he didn't like the track, but he's there. Then we have Kyle Wiltshire, one of the GTI Challenge drivers who joined us. Had a bit of a struggle with setup, but he was quick in race one up to the point where I haven't spoken to him, but I do believe he had load shedding and he had to disconnect. But a fantastic race in the opening laps with him. Then we have Michael Rust, actually a copy of his actual car that he used to drive about 15 years back, the Xena Golf. Then I'm not sure it's in the next Golf. I think that is...
Was Yakuvisa.
I think it's Jar Jordan, if correct. He's in the plain white Golf. He's still busy with his skin. Then we have Wayne Mitten in another Mark 1 Golf. Then we have Yakuvisa in the second of the Mark 2 Golfs, in his kleine Kyler Golf, which actually came out pretty good. Then we have Hernus Basson. Good showing with him, on him qualifying pretty high up in the Mark 1 Golf. We really struggled with it to help him a bit with setup. Then we have another newcomer. It is, I'm not sure here who it is, so we're going to skip on that. We'll get to that once the race starts. Don't want to drag it out too much. Then we've got teammates Jay Brooks and Wandila Boya in 2 polos. And coming in at the back of the grid, struggling with setup and everything, is Rudy van der Westhuizen and Leon van Linden. Leon and Rudy basically just joined the league right before we started, so they got into this absolutely blind. But as we saw, good race from both these drivers. I'm going to cross over to the screen. They've got about 30 seconds left before they kick off, and it should be a good one.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
You see the bitstream polo on the left. Ryan not yet in his bitstream skin. The car was literally built hours before the race. So we haven't got lights or anything, but we're going to hop straight in. We're going to stay with the polo of Melbourne House and see what happens. Slow off the line, they're standing still, and he gets bumped from behind, so that's not a good thing. Kyalami jumps on the inside. Craig Wesley jumps from 4th right into 2nd place. Well done, Craig. Oh, and a bit of contact there. Wayne Mitten moving in on the straight there. We're not going to go there. A lot is happening into the first corner. Bit of contact there. Kian getting tapped by Craig. Melvin pushing Kian straight. And Jaco comes from, well, far behind into 3rd place.
That was incredible from Jaco.
So he literally kept his nose clean, and he went, I think, from 8th or 9th right up into 3rd place. And we can see there Ryan Lurik in the lead, pulling away slowly. Carl Walcher is not going to make this easy to be passed. We're going to go with him. As we go to Carl Walcher, he's currently in 2nd place with Yakuvisa right on his heels. Melvin goes there in 4th place, running a bit wide, and they're followed by Henry Kraus in the Mark 1 Golf. And behind them, Craig Wesley in the Simtek Racing Polo. As we go through the SS, a very tricky turn this in these cars. Oh, and you can see Carl running a bit wide. That will allow Jaco and Melvin to come right into contention here. And these guys are not hanging back. I mean, it's 5 guys here, Ryan.
Yeah, you can see these cars are not easy on the brakes. They're all squirming on the brakes.
And when he loses it, Michael loses it. Especially the first 3 laps before the rear tires get hit, they are so tricky. And you see the Carl, oh, and Melvin loses it. Melvin's on his side. Always he's hanging onto it. This is going to last. Carl to catch it right up. He's going to make a move. He's not hanging back. We see a bit of a spin there with Michael Rust at the back. Not sure what happened there. So Carl diving for the inside here.
We're also looking at him.
Now this Golf 2, if it does get a slip, it's quite quick. But now Carl has also got the slip. Is he going to go for a move there? And don't throw Craig Wesley away. He's just waiting there, watching to see what happens. Carl going for move.
His moment.
And Carl on the inside is going for it. Nice clean move there by Carl Wiltshire. And Melvin does it up and under. They're side by side going through Yekske sweep into barbecue. Carl lets him go. He's going to cut to the inside. And Jaco is running a bit wide there.
And Craig is coming up.
Craig is slowly but surely catching up, eh?
outside there.
You're gonna have to
Just
talk
going slightly wide.
slightly louder, Ryan. I can barely hear you. These cars are so loud. Screen bite, swallow your mic.
He's also coming in.
And here we go. Well, we've got a nice dice here between Kian Gous, Michael Rust and Craig Wesley, and then just behind them, I just want to check, we have got Hernus Kraus in a massive battle as well. So we're going to just keep tabs on this one for a bit.
Yeah, Kian's not holding back at all. He is going for it.
And Jakob is not, he actually just woke up before the race, so he's half asleep. And you can see the Hernus Kraus, we're going to go with him.
Oh, that is incredibly close.
They were literally side by side there.
And that is so scary down one shot.
Yeah, especially these cars under the braking, you've got to be so careful. And then as you go through this fast right hand through cheetah, it's not easy.
Very clean.
So we've got to go to the back. You see Hilo there on 2 wheels, so he is really driving the balls of this car. I'm just trying to find him here. There we go. And there we see Hilo Kraus in a massive battle. We've got Wayne Mitten in there. I do believe that Jacques, no, that's not Jacques with the
Some of them are looking a bit better though.
Jay Brooks, one of the new drivers, running at the back. So it's really fun. Westhuizen here leading this car, 4-car battle with Hernus Kraus right behind him. But the skin's not all there. It's pretty difficult to try and figure out what's happening. But we see Wayne Mitten is coming through. He's pushed his nose right up next to Hernus Kraus there. Rudy van der Westhuizen leading this battle. 2 Mark 1 goals and 2 polos.
Absolutely fantastic racing. I must say it's super clean.
And Michael Rust, who's had a bit of a bad luck race 1.
He's recovering well.
He's recovering well. We're going to see. I think he should catch up quite quick because he was quite fast in practice and qualifying.
Indeed, he was very quick. But the extra race fuel, that adds a big
It makes a difference.
changer.
But I can tell you now that Michael practices and qualifies and races on the same fuel setup. He doesn't change it. So he might not be that. If he's quick in qualifying, you know you've got troubles in the race because then the course he qualifies and race setup. I'm trying to figure out who the 4th polo is here. That's not Jacques Dawn. I'm just going to hop around a bit. It's a bit difficult with what we're doing here tonight. Oh, that's Henko van der Berg. That's the new driver, Henko.
He's making it stick.
And he's not doing bad at all. So they've more or less settled down. Henko going for a deep dive there on the inside into the crocodiles.
Late braking. Wow.
Well done there. So these guys are really battling extremely hard. Rudy van der Westhuizen still has the upper hand there, currently leading this pack. I think for 5th place is correct. Oh, a bit of touchy. Oh, that's a bad one.
That was a hard one.
Okay, so that was under braking, but they continue. These guys had a chat afterwards and they were all in good spirits. Their first race together. Yeah, it happens. We go to Carl Wiltshire. Oh, and Carl's been caught up by Craig there. So Melvin has somehow managed to pull away from him. And this has allowed Craig Wesley to actually catch up with Carl.
Craig doesn't hold back.
Craig is moving in this polo. For an old man, not bad. But I mean, he lives 2 kilometers away from Kyalami, if correct.
Exactly. And given the fact that he hasn't spent any time in the car doing setup whatsoever.
No, he got into the Golf 2 and said, no, I don't like it. And then in the background there, Jaco Wisse putting massive pressure on Kian Gous. So let's see what happens here. You can hear him driving the living hell out of that Golf. Oh, Kian going a bit sideways there.
Kian's under pressure.
He's feeling it. Jakob got to go for a move in the inside. No, he sticks it there. He's got to try and line him up, down. Oh, and Jakob's got a lot of understeer if you look at his steering input.
Yeah, I must say I noticed that throughout the course of the evening. He's steering input was a lot.
And we see there Craig Wesley and Carl Walsh side by side. Sorry, the excitement is way too much.
Oh, that is
Carl on the
intense.
inside. Is Craig going to go for undercut? Yeah, the clever old man is going to go for it. I mean, Craig is, I think, deep into his 50s and he's driving like a 30-year-old here.
He knows his way around, that's for sure.
Oh, on two wheels there.
Yeah, he's pushing it.
He's going to go for the undercut. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, he goes for it.
That is super clean.
I mean, I did a couple of laps with Carl and it was absolutely amazing to drive with this guy. A bit of touching there, but running is racing, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. What's a GTR challenge without a couple of mirrors missing?
Mirrors and a couple of lights, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back.
Carl's coming back at him.
We see Jaco also putting pressure on Keon there.
Big time.
So this is two huge dices going on. Oh, Carl running wide there, Keon running wide. These polos, I must say, they are pretty tricky through barbecue. They just want to step out. And Jaco on the outside as they go into the sunset. Keon lets him go through. And you can see him sliding into the
He
corner.
hangs it on the inside. Keon's not giving up.
Jaco on the inside now as they go into Clubhouse Bend. Jaco's old and
Makes
racing and
us think
running,
that
so
was
he's not going to make it easy. Oh, and
No.
Craig losing
Oh.
it, so these polos. He said to me afterwards actually that the setup I gave him was shit, so the car was to lose, it was like a drift car. So Ken on the outside
Jaco
there.
defending hard.
Yeah, these guys are having one hell of a night actually, to be honest. Ken on the inside, they're getting the better drive out of the corner as they go down mineshaft. Oh, and there Carl goes straight
that's
on.
Carl.
So that is definitely a disconnect. I'm pretty sure that was a disconnect. That was load shedding or something else that happened. Unfortunate to have lost him there. I haven't spoken to him in detail, but he did tell me that he will be back in full swing next week.
Look forward to seeing him. He is incredibly quick.
Yeah, he's something to look out for the series, and very happy to have him here. So pretty much at this stage, if we go to the lead, we've got Ryan Lurik running away with it in the Golf 2. I think because he hasn't got delivery, the car is way lighter than the rest, so he's just pulling away every single lap. You can see the distance there. It's a bit of battle scars there on the side of the Golf, but nonetheless, car running good and just putting his head down and going for it. Then you can see the cars really stable through there. Then we've got Melvin close in second place in the Bitstream Polo. About 5 seconds behind, I reckon. And then we go to the dice. Craig Wesley in third place. He's pulled away now after Carl's withdrawals. So
yeah.
the next best dice. And Kian has passed Jaco. I don't know what happened there. So Kian pulling away from Jaco. So it all happened within a couple of seconds after we went through the field. Gonna go with Henry Kraus. These guys had an epic battle towards the end. It's like they're more or less settling down now. And you can see that Golf is it's not a Golf anymore.
Byway is also playing a big part. I saw Jaco going extremely wide through sunsets, and I think the tires are a little bit cooked in front.
Yeah, if you drive them, especially with the understeer he's having, it's got to kill the tires. Oh, a bit of sideways action there
They're all struggling a bit.
You can see the car's really getting loose now. So that's Henko van der Berg, new driver, currently running in, if I'm correct, 5th or 6th place. Going through Leeuwkop there. Really not doing a bad job at all. Running just behind these guys. Actually doing really good in the Spoilers.
Oh, for sure. And keeping it clean, keeping it consistent. That's what scores you points.
Hernus running a lonely race there in the MK1 Golf. Also a bit of battle scars there.
Big time.
And we've actually, what happened to Wayne? Wayne was running a good race and then I think something must have happened. Well, he's actually in 5th place, so he's being chased by Michael Rust. We forgot about these two guys. So Wayne Mitten there running in 5th place, Michael Rust in 6th place.
Michael Rust has made a good recovery.
Yeah, after being off, he's coming back very, very quick and just getting to terms with the golf. As I said, an actual copy of the car he used to drive. So I think that must bring back some memories for him. I almost said there goes the motor, but it's the rear tyre locking up.
It looked like that, eh?
Just for a moment. So we're going to go back to the front there. We can see, so Kyalami's pulling away from Yaku. They're all settling down a bit. So it will Craig at the front there. Running in third place. Melvin in second. Kian in fourth. Then with Yaku in fifth place.
It is so tricky coming through the S's with these cars. It is
Yeah,
so...
you can see
so
Michael
easy
just
to-
sliding it in there. So is Michael going to be able to catch up? I'm not sure. Wayne is really pushing this crooked golf of his.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't help for aerodynamics, does it?
No, that thing is bent in half. Looks like an
The
L.
doors are flapping open.
I think he's got a bit of wind noise.
Just a bit.
We see Michael, they're also starting to struggle with rear end grip. I think
He
that's...
gets to turn in so well.
Yeah, he's got good turning on the car. And he's slowly catching up, that's for sure. We see in the back there, Jacques Jordan really pushing this golf. He went sideways there through the crocodiles. And we've got a battle there between Henku van der Berg and Henno Kraus. So these guys are at it again. I read in the chats that they were battling every single race. And you can see they're going at it big time. I'm going to stick with these guys, Henno Kraus, Henku van der Berg. Interesting. Golf Mark 1 versus Polo GTI. Going for live on the inside. Will he make it? No, he's just going to hang back a bit.
He's making it stick.
The Polo T seems to get a bit loose here, so I think Henko is going to let him go, but he might have to drive out of it towards sunset.
It's going to be a close race to sunset.
Yeah, you can see the little golf pulling ahead.
Oh, well done. That is textbook.
Henko not hanging back there. He's got to go for the inside again. As they go through clubhouse bend towards the S's. This is good clean racing between these two. That's why they enjoyed it so much.
Like I say, that's textbook racing. It is on point.
You see Henko there, Henlo and Henko giving it their all. So Henko there go for a wider line. He's going to try and get the run. If you can keep the nose in here and you get it early on the power, you've actually got a run on him down mine shaft into crocodiles. But that little golf is so quick out of the corners due to its weight.
It is very quick.
It's ugly though, but at the moment.
But the Polo is so impressive on brakes. It is so much more stable.
It's good on brakes, but running with ABS on, it really doesn't want to stop. So you've got to... Oh, Henko there pushing it really hard to try and catch up. Very wide line there. He's going to go for the undercut, try and get into the slip maybe. Oh, he's got the better drive.
He doesn't want slip, he just wants to go for it.
But again, you can see, as soon as that golf gets on the power, it just pulls. It's so light. So Henko getting no, he's just not going to make it. Hernus is making this golf really wide. He's not making it easy, to be honest.
No, definitely not. But and given that he's closing every single door that there is.
Oh, bit of an inside line there.
The team opens one.
Side by side going towards sunset. These guys are really in one hell of a battle.
And that shows that the power delivery of the Mark 1 is insane.
It is quick.
Getting
It
a
is
little
quick.
bit wide.
It's. I mean, Michael drove it afterwards. He said, "No, man, this is a bloody trolley with. It's got trolley wheels at the back. It is tricky, but it's quick." Just interesting to see what happens here. These guys went on to the end like this. I'm not sure who won it, but they never backed off.
And they are thrashing it about.
So we're just going to run through the field quick, see what's happening. So Ryan Lurie currently won it. I think he won the race with about 15 seconds, if I'm correct. Second place, Melvin Gous running a bit wide there. Craig Wesley actually catching up with him, but I don't think there's enough laps that he will be able to do it. Yeah, they're going into the last lap now, so one final lap.
Melvin had a mistake somewhere.
Oh, the race is over. That's the end of the race, actually. So Craig taking third place, Kian Gous there taking fourth place. So well down to the... Oh, hello Craig. Bit of argy-bargy there, having fun. If the investors coming through there. Very difficult if we do the recording to try and pick up where the guys are. So you've got to figure it out. And well-deserved spot there for Rudy, not doing bad at all. Wayne Mitten having pulled over, I think he needs a breakdown track for that golf. So yeah, that's the end of race one. Ryan, we're going to take, well for us it will be a 5-minute break, but for you guys we should be back within a jiffy. Okay guys, so yeah, just had to see there we unpaused. Short break for you guys, like a 5-minute tea break for me and Ryan. So yeah, Ryan going to race 2, full reverse grid. We just had a quick chat about possibly doing a rolling start for the next event due to the tracks being much tighter. The league being run on South African tracks only, and with only one Namibian track, Tony Rust, which is well known by now on SRA, for the final.
Yeah, for sure. And if you have a look at our previous league with the V8 cars, you know, the rolling starts worked very well. I think it balances it out quite nicely.
We see the guys on the grid there revving up, and if you see guys fall away from the grid, those were the guys that jump started. The lights just didn't work in sequence like they should have, and but we'll sort that out. Currently, Jay Brooks, a new driver with teammate Wandila Boya, starting the front row, and then the quick guys, Ryan Lurie, Melvin Gous, Kian Gous, Craig Wesley, all of them right at the back. Right there you can see the jump start there for Jay, so he gets pushed back to pits, he starts on the pits, and Wandila does the same thing. Craig Wesley getting a good start off the line, he's right next to Jacarissa. And Michael Rust also off to a good start from quite far behind. In the back, 5 cars abreast. Should be interesting on this. Oh, and someone losing in there, Michael. Oh, Michael keeps it. He had it away, not sure he went off there, but good race there. We've actually got, I think, Leon van Linden in the lead now. Oh, let's see Wayne Mitten. He's trying to bend the golf again.
Again in the wars.
These guys know how big Wayne actually is. They wouldn't look for shit with him.
Yeah, you could also see a bit of the rubber banding there, but that was...
Yeah, we did have issues with the server last night. But it seems to be sorted now, looking at the replay and the speed test we did earlier, so hopefully all is sorted. And you can see the guys really pushing it. It actually looks so... Oh, and Hernus losing it big time there. That was a bit deep, Hernus.
First 3 lap rule. They are tricky.
And you can see actually Rudy...
Oh!
Oh, Michael losing it on the braking, taking out Hernus there. That was a bit of a bad one. And Rudy getting tapped, and there's a massive off there. Melvin Gous getting taken out. Craig Wesley. Craig actually. Oh, Craig running. Craig getting rolled.
Goodness.
Craig running the polo there. So yeah, under normal circumstances, these cars wouldn't have continued. Craig pulling off there.
Craig suffered big damage there.
Yeah, he said the car was pretty much skew after that. You can see the left front wheels, it's all out of alignment. You literally can't even drive straight there. So that's the end of it for Craig. Melvin Gous also having an off there with all of this. And this has actually allowed Michael Russ to make up some good spots. And Hernus actually passed all of them. Kian Gous and Michael Russ, they side by side. Quite a close die is going to happen here. So as we go through the field, it's pretty tricky to try and figure out. Ryan Lurik's still working his way through the field, catching up with Jaco Visser. So I think currently Jaco Visser is in the lead. Yes, he's in the lead, followed by Ryan Lurik.
Jaco getting a big sideways.
Yeah, I missed that one now. Sorry for that, guys. And Henkel van der Berg pushing. And here's a big dice between Michael Rust, Kian Gous and Melvin Gous.
Melvin and
Going sideways there, trying to get... And Kian he doesn't make it easy for anyone.
But sunsets on the outside is scary.
There's no grip there.
Nothing.
You see Michael just hanging in there. If there's going to be a mistake somewhere, he's going to be right there to pound.
Michael's always patient with that. He always waits for it.
He's going on the inside there of Kian Gous. Well, actually now the outside. Will he make the undercut? Will he make it stick? See that knock on the door where he connected Wayne. Shame, poor Wayne. But I mean, through all this, Wayne actually managed to get through the field after that and kept his head clean.
Yeah, Wayne doesn't give up easy, eh?
No, he's a go-getter. And you see those two ahead, the two Bitstream cars. No team orders there, unfortunately. So Kian falling, and he's going for the inside. He's got to try and cut to the inside of Melvin Gous. Father and son giving each other headaches.
The rest is just watching, waiting for his moment.
And in the front, Hernus is not doing too bad with the golf. He's actually moving now. Eh? I mean, they're not catching up quick. So I think Hernus is getting to grips with the car. Kian going there on the inside. Clean move there. That was actually not a bad move. Side by side through the XK sweep as they go into barbecue. Side by side again.
That is not easy.
Especially not in the polo. They do tend to step out quite a bit. And all of this is allowing Michael Russ to stay in contact, and as soon as he gets a move, he's got to go for it. Again, Kian on the inside there. Now Hernus is getting in the way, so what will happen now? He's got the right to defend position. And Michael is going to try and take advantage on this. Oh, Hernus pulls to the left, so he lets him go through. Oh, three cars side by side through there. Well, they got clean through it.
Hernus deciding he's not wanting any of that.
Nope, he's getting out of it. Now on the inside there, Kian outbraking himself a bit. Kian going for the undercut. Michael also following Kian's line, so he's got the draft as they go down mineshaft. Massive dice going on there between these three Namibians.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, just squeezing Melvin out there. Melvin sideways under the brakes.
Again, side by
Michael.
side. Michael is just waiting for his move. He's not taking any
just
chances.
thinking.
He knows something's bound to happen. And look at him getting the slip there of 2 polos. That should help him.
And he's got nowhere to go.
He's in a bitstream sandwich. A bit of contact there.
Just nudging it there. Lost out a bit on some time
And
there.
again, Kian Melvin side by side. Kian going to cut to the inside. Yeah, he goes forward. That was too close for comfort, to be honest. And we can see Wayne Mitten at the front there. I want to stick with those guys, but you could see Wayne Mitten's car, literally the radiator is sticking out the front. Again, side by side, Kian on the inside, outside this time, going for the inside line as they go towards Clubhouse. And Michael is not holding back. He's literally, he's not taking any chances, but he is waiting for something to happen. Hernus is keeping up as well as Ruby van der Westhuizen.
Yeah, it just goes to show when you're fighting a battle, how you can either speed up the pack or you can slow down the pack, and this goes to show when it's that intense.
Contact there, Michael hang on to it. He's got it. Yeah, Michael hung on to that one quite good.
Well done. That's some driver skill right there.
Old rally driver. Well done,
Just
Michael.
keep it floored. Counter it and floor it.
So if you look towards the front, again, Henry Kraus is in the wars with Jacques Jordan and again Henko. So Henry's car again, the whole front end bent backwards under
I think
massive
this must
pressure
be
from
the
Henko.
second car already. I'm sure they came prepared with a trailer full of cars.
We must do something with this car. And you can see on the right hand side there, poor Craig having to retire. That car was just, it couldn't drive anymore. Again, that little Golf on the straight, just the Polo's got no answers. But once it comes to diving into the corners and handling, the Polo is a bit better. It's got a bit of understeer. And there you can see Jacques Jordan, loads of pressure onto Henko there. So Jacques, also a new driver, he also literally joined just before qualifying, so getting to terms with the car, and job well done.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's again said, from all of these cars, it is not easy to get to the grips of it.
Each one has its own heart, so to speak. For me, the best sounding car is definitely the Mark II Golf. You can hear the throttles, you can hear everything in that thing. It is insane.
Yeah, literally screams at you.
And then the Polo with the sequential shifter, once every time you shift, it's got like a pop. So again, job well done by these guys who built these cars, and something special that will definitely, it's the first one, it definitely won't be the last.
I fully agree.
And we see Jacques falling back a bit, but Henko is catching up with Henlo again. So these guys, I mean, this is going to be one hell of a league for them, because they're really just pushing it.
And what these guys are showing to us that like the Mark 1 is so much stronger in the first half of the track, and then the Polos come through in the last half of the track, and then it's back to square one at the start.
It's got to be track dependent in these cars, and it's got to be what you make of it. And in the background there we see the two bitstream cars, Melvin and Kieran, are chasing each other. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to catch up with these guys. Currently, again, Ryan Ludik running away from the field, coming to lap Windila Boya as they go on the inside through Sunset. Backing off there, we see Windila running a bit wide. New to the whole sim racing thing, so he's quick and he will learn quick, especially with the guys helping him. Jakovice currently in second place, so it's a Golf Mark II 1-2. And then look at Mr. Bend It Like Beckham. Wayne Mitten, where is he? Where is he? There he is. Oh, in the wars, but still in third place. So he's actually catching up. Jay Brooks was in third, so passing Jay there. Oh, and there was a bit of action there. We're going to drop back to Henry Crafts. So that altercation there with Wandile has allowed Henry to pass him and Jacques to catch right up. And you see at this stage that golf can't bend anymore. There is no way it can bend anymore. It looks like a bloody beetle.
And it's gonna fly up with that arrow.
That looks so funny. He bent the car, literally. It's messed up. I think he's won the prize. Between him and Wayne, I can't decide. You know what's the problem? They've got Jägermeister colors. There's the problem.
Both of them.
Both of them. And both the cars are screwed. But they're moving. And there we see in the foreground Wayne Mitten going for a move on Jay Brooks. And again, the Polo not that easy to pass if he gets a good run. Wayne Mitten deciding to stick behind him. He's going to go for a move. Willie through Yexkay. No. Yes, no, yes, Willie. Oh, a bit wide there. You can see the rear stepping out there. Just touched the rumble strips and almost lost it there.
It is so tricky through there.
So with Jay now, he's a bit slower than these guys. So this is allowing the whole field to catch up. We've got Wayne. We've got Henku. We've got in the back there. We've got Henlu. We've got Jacques. Do a bit of a left tap. So Wayne passes him. This will allow Henku to go past as well. Oh, Wayne running and sideways there through there. That's gonna lose him some time. Yeah.
He dropped back quite.
He dropped quite a bit there. So these guys are. There we see Henlo in the ET car. And you can see Melvin and Keon still at it after 17 minutes, still racing, and they're catching up with these guys now.
Yeah, the field is really bunching up very nicely now.
So I mean, there's about 5 minutes of racing left. So the laps are running out. The tires are worn out. The guys are pushing it to the. I mean, you've literally got from 8th to 4th or 3rd for that matter. Now we're running very wide there.
That's not a place you want to go off. That is incredibly scary.
So Hernus has fallen back a bit, but not much. He's still leading Henku. So again, Henlu and Henku. Jay Brooks there in the number 18 Polo. First time with SRA. And the pressure getting a bit to him. Henlu is an old sim racer. He knows the grooves, a bit of argy-bargy there. But he hangs on to it. As I said, Henlu is used to bridge touring cars, and so he's used to this argy-bargy stuff. That's going to slow them down. Keon and Melvin getting together. So a bit of Keon goes off. So Keon has just lost it out there. So we're going to go with Melvin. He's right up behind us. He's got a perfect view of this. Very close.
Not getting much room to get through.
There is just no room anywhere. So in the closing laps, 2 laps to go, and these guys are still, they won't give up.
these cars will be smarty boxes at the end of it. They'll be all different colors from rubbing paint.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Sideways under braking again, the Polo not easy under braking. And Jacques Jordan has moved up 2 places in all of this. He's kept his head clean and and Jay loses it. He loses it.
Oh no!
That's another bend goal. Jacques did such a good race there. I mean, that's sadly that's part of sim racing. It does happen. But you can see these 3 guys side by side. Henko and Henlu, the Ben Golf, and the 2 Polos.
It just goes to show, if you get the line wrong, it comes around so quickly because there's no weight on the rear axle. It is terrifying.
Yeah, you just lose it completely. But you can see this. I can't stop watching this car. It's just so bloody funny. So let's go with Henlo. I'm just trying to Henko.
Oh, did he run out of fuel?
By the sound of it, yep. There's nothing left. Henko went. He's got to get a jerry can, you know that for sure. He's getting a jerry can.
You get a jerry can award.
Yeah, he's pulled off. That's the end of it. Out of fuel, sadly. Fantastic racing by him for the first time. So this allows Henry to actually
gets a breather for a change.
Gets a breather for a change, but I can promise you he's going to try and bend it somewhere else. But bloody well done to him. I mean, he's been in the wars and he hasn't backed off for a minute. Kept it clean. But the physics or the how can I put it, the Jason files in this golf, it bends up, it crumbles like a crash test dummy. So going back towards the lead, Ryan Ludik, you can see him, he's gone. He's 10 seconds ahead of Jakovica. No way anybody's going to catch him. This golf just sounds so insane. You can hear Jaco in the background there, coming down as he goes into turn 1. So Jakovica currently in 2nd place.
I say Jaco delivered an outstanding result, given that there's also been no practice time.
Nothing.
And waking up and just getting in the rig and racing.
It's fantastic to see Jaco out here. I mean, I know him personally, and yeah, he's not having a great time out there with personal issues. And for him to just get in and drive, and hats off to the man. Got a bit of issue here, not sure what's happening. Well, unfortunately, Ryan, that is the end of the replay for some reason.
Yeah, but bit of a weird one.
It's literally just got stuck. Well, it is on the last lap. No, that was actually the end of the race. That's why. That was the end of the race. We got carried away in the excitement, and looking at the timer, that is actually the end of the race. So yeah, that caught us out. I'm speechless.
Yeah, what can one say? But yeah, to summarize race 2's results, we landed up with Brian Ludwig finishing 1st, Jakovica in 2nd place, Wayne Mitten finished 3rd.
Well bloody done.
Yeah, incredible. It's being in the wars. He's kept it up there. Melvin Gous, after the disastrous finish as well at the start, up at the top, finished in 4th. Henle Cross, well done, finished 5th. Michael Rust, a solid 6th place, also very much in the wars. Kian Gous, after his big off with Melvin Gous, managed to recover back to 7th. Jacques Jordan, unfortunately, with that last corner incident, back at 8th. Rudy van der Westhuizen finishes 9th. Liam van Linden finishes 10th. and Hernus Basson 11th. Very solid finish. Henke van den Berg, unfortunately, losing out with no fuel on 12th.
Jerry
Jay
can, van der
Brooks.
Berg.
Jay Brooks in 13th and one Dile Boyer in 14th. So
Well,
out of all 17 guys, yeah, we had Craig Wesley unfortunately had to retire after a severe incident. Carl dropped out in the first round. It's tough.
yeah, it's with load shedding, all that shit going on in South Africa, we all know it's not easy. What made the racing so tricky last night is we did have a server issue with ping drops all out, and but still the guys afterwards in chat, the spirits were high and they were laughing and you know, just having a jolt, and they're already asking, listen, when's the next server up and what's happening. We got to try and get them in those Megans tomorrow night. Well, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, yeah. But that said, even though the pink spikes during the races were not actually that bad, from what I could see myself.
Yeah, from my side, it was
Kudos to
actually
them.
quite good, but obviously I run the server, so I wouldn't pick it up. But there was one or two that they had a horrible time. I know for a fact, Dewald Lambert texted me and said, listen, my ping is just too high. I can't race. So he took the safe shot and said, okay, let's call it a night. I'll be back next week. And we saw now everything has been sorted. We're not sure what happened, but there was something with the fiber lines in Namibia, and even the Namibian guys were struggling. So with all that, the racing was still super, super good. Yeah, as I said, a bit of argy-bargy, but all taken in good spirits. We'll look at the start format for next race, and looking forward to this league. It's going to be a hell of a fun one.
It's going to be crazy. I mean, things are only going to heat up from here. Guys were now just finding their way, knowing where they can start taking their chances. From here on, the guys are going to be all out, and they're going to want to push harder and harder and harder.
It's going to be an as to get the car sorted with setup. I mean, Ryan, you saw yourself just a bit of setup in these. It makes a massive difference. It's just day and night.
It goes a long way.
Especially the Mark 1 Golf. There's a lot of potential in that car. We saw that on Kyalami. We tested these cars. I can't remember how many laps we've done in them. And yeah, my heart still lies with the MK1 because I know it's quick. But I had to go polo because of Doofus next to me. But yeah, we'll see you guys on Sunday. Hopefully by then, Shell will have the actual live stream up and running. Hernus is working behind the scenes, putting a video together, getting some screenshots, getting everything together. We're gonna get the whole thing up and running before Sunday, and yeah, guys, join us and have fun with us. For that,
Indeed.
I think it will be the end of tonight.
Yeah, I must say, really, really pleasant racing, and a lot more to come.
Ryan, thanks for joining. We'll still be speaking after this, but for those out there, guys, thank you for joining, and do make sure to join us if you want to race. Go to our Facebook page. It's SRA Sim Race Africa. Check at the top of the page. There is a fixed link for the Discord channel. Hop into Discord. Talk to the guys. We don't bite. We don't bite. We'll help you wherever we can. And yeah, join in on the fun. Pretty much, Ryan, I can tell you now, I was thinking about revisiting the Polo Cup cars and the Super Cup cars. The Super Cup might see a revisit. We've got the GTC series coming up with two fantastic cars, also built by Cohen. But this series will definitely, it's opening a door for something that we're going to run on a yearly basis.
I fully agree with you. I think this is one to stay for the books.
Yeah, it's something. It's one of those mods it's just that good. So, anyways, guys, thank you for joining, and to all the new guys who raised, all the old hands. It was fantastic to see guys like Herman Nieuwoud, Jay de Villiers, some of the guys who's been dormant for quite some time due to this current situation in South Africa. To just get back into the chat and talk and watch. They want to watch the stream and they want to support and they want to go crazy. So that means a lot. Right, I thank you so much, and yeah, that's the end of it, guys. Have fun and see you on Sunday.